all love, Trinity, the mightiest.
With humanity confronting the imminent danger of world destruction, will we succumb to the numbing slavery of the dark force, or rise to the challenge with our God-given spirit of compassion? As our hearts yearn to know our destiny, we turn to the clues and messages left by seers, saints, and prophets of the past and present, as well as from the stars. While their prophecies contain different cultural references and historical contexts, they share a common theme that when the final battle of light and darkness takes place in the end times, a powerful Savior or Messiah or Holy King will return to guide us out of calamity. The question is, how do we recognize the Savior when he or she is here? And what is our role in this critical time of the earth? In our series, Awaken True Love with the Savior to Dissolve Calamity, we will compare different prophecies and find the answers together. Have you ever dreamt about traveling in a UFO to visit another planet, conversing with extraterrestrials and discovering the secrets of the universe? The French explorer, Mr. Michel Desmarquet, did just that, not in a dream, but in his physical body. In 1987, while in Australia, he was invited to take a trip to a planet called Tayuba and returned after 10 days. Later, he recorded this experience and everything he learned from the interstellar journey in his book, Tayuba Prophecy, The Golden Planet, published in 1993. According to Michel, planet Tayuba is like a paradise, being spiritually and technologically advanced in all aspects. The citizens there are larger than Earth people, between 280 and 310 centimeters in height. They look young, healthy, and beautiful. They are hermaphrodites, but choose to appear as either female or male. Thus, in his book, Michel addresses some of them as she and others as he. They can communicate with one another telepathically, though they have their own language. They have many powers and abilities that are currently beyond those of earthly people, such as seeing auras, levitating, and becoming invisible at will. They can regenerate the cells in their bodies and choose to remain in their bodies or join the Great Spirit in the ether. Michel thoroughly enjoyed his stay on the planet, describing the beauty there. He said the following during a radio interview.
What about the planet itself? Can you describe, I guess, very briefly, some of the physical
that's what I say.
characteristics?
It's a bit like, I think everybody got the idea of the paradise. The publishing wanted to call it abduction or Tayuba prophecy, but I wanted to call it myself the Golden Planet. There's a reason for that. Mm-hmm. When I first saw it in a spacecraft by, we can call television if you like, on a panel, appearing there, it is a halo of golden. You know, if you go in a Blue Mountain got a sort of misty blue.
Yes, beautiful.
Over there, everything around the planet, everywhere, is a sort of misty golden. Mm-hmm. It's very, very beautiful. First, secondly, the air, everything is like crystal pure. Mm-hmm. And the water, of course, the trees seem to be in the daytime. The light came out of the leaf of the trees. Mm. If you imagine, we have example 10 different or 15 different shades of red. As I say in the book, over there, they got 100 different. It's incredible, the beauty. Of course, the gravity were absolutely different. Like I weighed 70 kilo on the planet Earth. Over there, I weighed about 47. Mm-hmm. So everything is gigantic. The very gigantic trees, gigantic butterflies, gigantic birds. You would really love to live there. It's a real paradise.
Michel had a mentor named Tao, who guided him during the journey. Tao told him,
"So on this particular planet, we have arrived at a stage near perfection, both materially and spiritually, but we have our roles to perform, as does every creature existing in the universe. In fact, everything, including a single pebble, has its role. Our role, as beings of a superior planet, is to guide, to help with spiritual development, and even sometimes materially. We are in a position to give material assistance because we are technologically the most advanced people."
Michel was shown the origin of the human race, which are not contained in our written record. Past civilizations such as Mu and Atlantis, as well as his own 80 past lives. It turns out Michel was not on Tayuba for a pleasure trip, but with a mission to deliver important messages from the advanced beings on this golden planet. Tao expressed serious concern about Earth's current state.
For approximately 140 years on your planet, man has been accelerating the destruction of nature and the pollution of the environment. This has happened since the discovery of steam power and the combustion engine. You have but a few years left in which to arrest the pollution before the situation becomes irreversible. The people of Earth must not do as the child forbidden to play with fire. The child is without experience, and in spite of the prohibition, he disobeys and burns himself. Once burnt, he knows that the adults were right. He won't play with fire again, but he will pay for his disobedience by suffering for several days afterwards. Unfortunately, in the case that concerns us, the consequences are much more serious than the burn of a child. It's the destruction of your entire planet that is at risk, with no second chance if you don't place your trust in those who want to help you.
For years, scientists on Earth have sounded the alarm about the danger of destroying nature and polluting the environment for economic development and profit, which has accelerated climate change and global warming. Throughout the year 2025, we were faced with catastrophic disasters and record-breaking weather conditions everywhere. As the world is still recovering from last year's devastation, 2026 has already presented us with new challenges. The first few months of this year have been marked by severe and unusual weather events across the globe, including storms, floods, earthquakes, fires, and landslides. Etc. Experts are concerned about the increasing amounts of greenhouse gases humans are pumping into the air, land, and ocean.
Concentrations of CO2, of methane, and of nitrous oxide, the three most important greenhouse gases, all reached, not only did they increase, but they reached record levels in 2025. So basically what we're talking about is a catastrophe. And if we look ahead to this year that we're a couple weeks into now, this particular report predicts that global average surface temperatures are likely to be between the second and fourth warmest on the record, similar to 2023 and 2025 at around 1.4 degrees above pre-industrial level. They're just numbers, but if we try to translate them into things we can, sort of try to understand, the amount of heat that hits the Earth, 90% of which goes into the oceans, is equal to about, listen to this, 1 million Hiroshima atomic bombs every day, or about 12 bombs every second that I speak or that you listen. That's the amount of heat we are adding to the Earth. So if we think about what we can do individually, it's important, but it's only the tiniest amount of the cumulative amount that is completely changing our environment, our ecosystems, and our ability to function as a human species. We all need to be much more aggressive in much more important ways, politically, environmentally, and otherwise, so that 2026 doesn't turn out to be quite as bad as the predictions say.
In Michel's book, not only did Tao foresee the environmental problems that Earth faces in our time, but she also offered a solution.
There is only one solution, as Arki told you, the grouping of individuals. A group is only as powerful as it is large. Those whom you call the conservationists are becoming stronger and stronger and will continue to do so. But it is vital that people forget their hatred, their resentment, and especially their political and racial differences. This group must be internationally united, and don't tell me that it is so difficult, for already on Earth there exists a non-violent and very large international organization, the International Red Cross, which has been functioning effectively for quite some time. It is essential that this conservationist group include in its programs not only the conservation of the environment from direct damage, but from indirect damage as well, such as that which results from smoke, exhaust fumes from vehicles, smoke from factories, and so on.
Tao did not advise us to rely on government authorities to solve these problems for us, but instead to band together as a group and take action. What can each of us do to stop global warming? The most effective approach is to tackle the main culprit, methane, while reducing other emissions and pollution.
In other words, methane heats the atmosphere 96 times more than CO2 over the course of 20 years.
The reason that it's a more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide is because the structure of the molecule traps more of the infrared radiation, more of the heat.
Where does methane come from?
Human methane emissions are from meat, they're from livestock.
Our most gracious Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, offers us the best way to halt global warming.
The vegan diet will change the climate for the better. The vegan diet will stop global warming. The vegan diet will cut the methane gas, and methane gas is a driving force behind our climate acceleration. But methane will dissipate quickly from the atmosphere. Thus, the planet will cool quickly instead of focusing on CO2, because CO2 will stay for long, hundreds of years in the atmosphere. So cut the methane by implementing the vegan diet. Then our planet will cool quickly. Also, scientifically speaking, please be vegan, please be vegan, please be vegan, and make peace.
And because the greatest source of methane on the planet is from livestock, so To be a vegan is the fastest way to reduce methane, thus bring cooling to the planet successfully and fast. Meat industry should be cut. That will help the planet. That will help to reserve our water, to refuel our lakes and our rivers again. Fishing contributes to global warming primarily by disturbing the complex ecosystems of the world's ocean. Stop eating the flesh. Stop killing for food. Stop eating the fish. This will help restore the balance of both the ocean and land immediately.
Vegan, to cut methane,
to save the world, to save this and future generations.
Worship, thank, love, praise always. The reunited three most powerful.